Hey, this is Matt with GearZombie.com, and we're at Namm 2015, and I'm standing over at Gig Armor right now, and I'm talking to Candy about their new cases, and she's telling me that this is a lot more than just your standard case. So we're going to let Candy tell us what's going on.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I toured for about 7 years full-time on the road, from a van and trailer all the way up to a tour bus, and we always had problems with storage, especially guitars, cases. So I created this about a year ago. It's called our Smart Case, Roadie case. It does a lot more than just whole cases. We're kind of calling it the Legos of gigging. Several different things we tried to incorporate in our first case. It's all made for, this is our electric guitar case. It's made to fit almost all standard electric body guitars, so you're not having all those different size, shape cases anymore. This is our prototype, so it's a little bit more dialed in if you check out the website at gigarmor.com. So you're going to be able to put almost any electric in this case. We built in click-on guitar stands that click right in on the site. You can do 3 or up to 6. So if your band needs a guitar stand, they've got it. Anything you can accommodate however your band's out on the road, or if you're just a single solo person. Built-in LED light with about 20 inches of accessory space for all the things you usually forget. Strings, anything you might need. This one's a pretty exciting thing for us. This is a guitar neck tech stand. This is our first one. We have a different model that's really dialed in and super cool with a big long neck holder now. But you're able to tech right on site. We didn't have enough money for technicians, so we're always trying to change our own strings. Many differences in our case and a lot of the ones that are out on the market. Most of them all have luggage wheels. The wheels that we have, if you had a shot of it, they have a tread and they're very heavy duty to hit like curbs, gravel. If you're out in festival situations or out in the boonies like we were all the time, it really is going to take a beating, and many of the wheels don't do that. So what we hope to do is change how people gig, make it smarter. I was always about every inch that we could save money. If I didn't have to go to a bigger trailer, it was less diesel fuel. I was trying to pay 7 full-time employees, so that was my goal all the time. So this is it's all made by musicians for musicians. So what we hope to do is, instead of having all these cases, you get down to a new system of just a couple of cases. That's it. You're able to take this case and use it in a totally different way. When you go out on the road, you're going to be able to stack these cases and lock them in. So if you have a couple cases, you're going to be able to lock them in almost like a Lego in a way. You're going to be able to customize the nameplate for your band if you change bands, as many of us do. And what we want to do is have just a couple of cases like this for each person. And if you're in a situation like we were, in a trailer, you know how you stack everything and it's moving around? These are going to be able to be locked all the way up. So if your whole band's on the system, you're really changing that footprint of how much space you're using. This is our electric. We have it coming out in the end of 2015. Acoustic's going to come out right after it, 16. And it's also going to be able to lock in. It's just a little bit deeper belly for the acoustic. Sure. And for those bigger electrics you want to put in. Right. The last one we'll have is a bass case coming out at the end of 16, which we've had a ton of interest in, more than anything, because I guess there's not a lot of bass cases that are made out of this kind of product. Right. So it's really a smart system to get your whole gang working in a small footprint. And not only that, but if you're playing live, everybody cares about how much space you're using on stage. Yep. I know I've lost maybe 15 Hercules cases over the time, and there's so much money. So we're able to kind of keep everything in a small space. Even if you're playing it from a restaurant as the one-man band guy, I went from 150 shows a year down to like doing maybe 6 to hang and do this and hang with my kids more. Sure. All the way up to if you're touring all the time. Flight, for getting on an airplane. I created it thinking, okay, well, we'll just make it for all the guys that can't afford a technician. Right. Then I took it to the Namm in Nashville this summer. Every technician came to me saying, oh my gosh, I need this to be able to do fly dates with our artist. Sure. So we've been endorsed by some really great people. Soundcheck, one of the great backline companies. David Graff with the Rascal Flatts tour. He's a great technician. Military bands have been ordering for their international tours. Right. So our goal is really to be the little guy for all of us out there, touring. Sure. So I really appreciate your time, and they can check it all out at gigarmor.com.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have street prices for these yet?
Yeah, we do. What we're doing a little bit different rollout than most people. Since this is not a product you can just throw in a store and go, yeah. You really have to demonstrate this product. So what we want to do, and we are doing right now, is pairing with stores that really get what we all do out here. And they're going to have a floor model that you go in, see everything on the model, and you're going to be able to order that from them, and we'll ship it direct to them. this is a USA-made product. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to do that.
Sure.
But what we really hope to do is employ our out-of-work musicians in our area of Texas. We have a ton of musicians to fulfill all the internal parts of the case, and hopefully someday be kind of the Tom's shoes of what we do out on the road.
Right, right. Well, very awesome. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
it. It's Matt Schaefer, GearZombie.com, and we're at the Gig Armor booth.